Alrighty.
Yeehaw.
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 I'm sorry to edge you guys. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to another episode of Rolling with Reddit. I'm joined here once again with Crystal and Emma.
Hi.
And myself. Don't. We have a very special episode for you all today. Because here's the thing. You guys don't just get one story. You don't just get 2 stories. You get 3 whole stories.
Wow.
What a bargain deal. But here's the thing. They are a little shorter because we're not paid by the hour.
We're not paid at all.
Anyway, our first post is not actually from RPG Horror Stories.
Where is it?
I found this on r/D&D Stories.
Okay.
And this one is actually by username Wowiator835. WAWIATOR 835. Wowiator. The title of this poster is, I chose this one because I think it's really funny. My players spent 16 minutes solving an unlocked door.
I've been there.
You have.
As a DM, I've been there.
Yeah, I was there as a player. It was not fun.
It was hilarious.
None of you thought to just open the door?
What happened in our situation was we said that we approached the door and pulled it to open it. That was the key. It was a push. No, it was we were trying to push it open, and it was a pull door. Yeah, because I hit the fuck out of that thing with my barbarian.
Yeah.
I really rammed into it several times.
It was a very, very large door,
It
to a
was.
castle.
I see. Okay, I was about to say, if this is a normal door and a barbarian can't open it.
I tried to, nonetheless. I tried to break my way through that thing.
Heavy as fuck.
Yeah. Anyway, let's find out about this door shenanigan.
Yes.
The party just entered a long stone corridor of a dwarven cult hideout that were known for their tricks. They fought off the gelatinous cube guarding the hallway and encountered a door. They see that there is dwarvish writing engraved on the wooden door. It reads, "I am everything yet nothing, a vast expanse that fits in your hand. I do not eat or drink, but can destroy in an instant. I live alone with no friends and no thoughts." One of the party members tells the others what's on the door, and they begin to think, yelling out answers left and right. Silence. A door. I try to hug the door because it looks sad. As the TM, I repeatedly have to say to them, the door does nothing. After about 5 minutes of guesses, one of them has the idea to make a perception check to see what the door looks like in detail. Natural 20. A total of 22. I tell him, you observe the door. It's a thick, expertly carved, dark oak door with a beautiful gold trim. And the written engraving in the middle, there's 2 handles and ornate door knockers on each of them. You can't see anything through the minuscule gap in the door other than darkness. There doesn't seem to be anything else on the door. Me subtly hinting that there's no lock.
No.
It's now been 10 minutes. They've tried to shoot an arrow at it, knock on the door, look around for a key, and yell out more answers. At this point, out of character, I described to them the tale of Eric and the Dread Gazebo, as they've never heard it. I don't know it either. Maybe that's something I should catch myself up on.
Yeah.
How they've spent the full 16 minutes so far, after no one has done anything meaningful, and just continued to guess. One of them says, the door's locked, right? After this, another one answered, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's locked. I had to hold in my laughter and tell them that they indeed do not know if the door is locked. They think about this some more. After a few more guesses, one of them says, I try to open the door. As he reaches for the door handle, he turns it, and the door opens smoothly. Everyone let out laughter about the fact that they spent the last 16 minutes on an unlocked door.
Yep.
And that's D&D for you. Yeah. I mean, that's...
The amount of times that this has happened to the point where it's now a thing is hilarious.
Specifically, this was not the intent of my first ever character, but I was a barbarian.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that if I rage before I do something, I'm likely going to survive whatever the hell it may be.
Mm-hmm.
It got to the point where if we were debating going through a door for too long, I was like, I open it or I break through it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
I'll accept the consequence. I just want to move past this barrier in front of us.
Yeah.
I will say that's probably like one of the things I really appreciated about my character in Wonka was that she was a very like fuck it, I'm gonna try it character.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good. Always good ones.
Yeah. I try to reward it, but then sometimes it's fun to fuck with.
So,
I
yeah.
just do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you every now and then have to be like,
The consequences of my actions.
What is this?
yeah.
The next post that we have here, also from D&D Stories on Reddit. This one is by Dimension Sam. Like it?
Sam, right?
I wish. The title reads, My players made some other guy the hero.
My players made some other guy. So an NPC?
I assume so.
Okay.
I've been running a Stargate campaign for a while now. It consists of a medic, a soldier, and a scientist. There was supposed to be a fourth that I would have been the engineer, but life. So we run a couple of games, and everything is going great, and we keep joking about how there's no humans in the group, even though they work with the Air Force. Well, one day, there's this other team that is going to the same world, and they strike up a conversation with the leader. Like all great DMs, I am Prav, a human, Lieutenant Airman Aaron. I make them all nervous and say, and so they convince Aaron to come with them and their team. Now, I don't like DM NPCs, but I'm like, well, you know, I'll make Aaron useless and they'll move on.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
You love adopting people.
They will all be like, I used a help action to give Aaron advantage. I will use all actions and abilities to create an opening for Aaron to solve a puzzle. Instead of finishing the solution, they just explain it to Aaron like he's 4 until he completes the puzzle.
Oh my god.
Now I will never tell a player they can't attempt something they could reasonably do, and I'm having a blast. Role-playing this plucky, cowardly kid into gaining some confidence. It's gonna suck when I hurl him into a volcano. Aaron! Not Airman Aaron. Lieutenant.
That's so sad.
Oh my god.
It's nice when characters, or I mean, like players, actually adopt
Oh, well, yes.
the
Hello.
NPCs
What's wrong?
rather than just trying to kill them immediately.
What did I do? Is this a Wonka reference? What are you talking about?
No.
No,
It's
but
fine.
it is definitely like a stereotype of everyone you meet you kill in D&D.
Oh, yeah. You both were glaring daggers at me. I was like, what did I do?
She feels my pain, that's
I
why.
see. What did I do to you?
Talking about all the fucking NPCs that I gave you guys that you guys just hated and tried to ditch constantly.
Well,
Or literally murdered.
I don't think I ever murdered any NPCs.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Don't look at Captain Babucci. Anyway, what I realized is I didn't read any comments in the last story, so I want to read the top one here. The top comment here by the Many Voices on YouTube, I assume. Many Voices YT. Or they're just saying that they're white. I think that's a weird way to do that.
Right.
The
Many
volcano
white
was-
voices.
The volcano is actually a secret passage to the MacGuffin they needed. I love the completely useless guy who somehow succeeds trope, by the way. Add a DM NPC who just randomly rolled really well every time. He did something and he became the most competent merchant in the world.
I wonder if it's Aaron.
It must be Aaron. It's gotta be.
In another universe.
Yeah. The other comment here is, no, he's going to trip into a volcano, Aaron style.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
You know they're going to do everything they can to save him from the volcano.
Oh, I
yeah.
hope they do.
Yeah.
That'd be
Aaron
so
is going to
sad.
be the BBEG in disguise, I feel like.
That
At
would
this
be
point,
fun.
he might do
He
it.
has to be.
Yeah.
You would have to, I feel like you'd have to have like a really intense like turning point though to just like completely flip on the guys that have been helping him this whole time.
All you need is one expertly planned monologue.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I embedded myself in your group and let you assume I was this cowardly individual.
Who didn't know how to do shit. Yeah.
But Aaron, we had to cut your sandwiches in the triangles. I like the rectangle. That's the turning point. The final story that we have here. This one is from 23 hours ago, as of the time of recording
Fresh
this.
blood.
Okay. This one is by T and Austin. The title of the story reads, "Someone in my campaign has made a terrible decision, and I don't know how we're going to stay together as a party."
Oh.
Yeah, I gave you guys 2 softballs at the beginning
And now
here.
you're going to break our hearts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Myself and my real-life friends are playing D&D for the first time with a relatively new DM. Most of our characters are good alignment. Although we have played 4 sessions, the characters have still only just met. They met, quote-unquote, today, and have done one small task for the town master and fought one beast together. I love how D&D time is so much slower.
Yeah.
I think we recorded our main campaign for, what was it, 1.5 2 years? And that entire event took place in a week.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah. In our session last night, the drow stabbed a stranger in a tavern because he was mildly rude to her. Then she was run out of town by all the angry NPCs in the bar. Our party isn't interested in helping this drow or continuing our adventure with her. My character is very morally good, and there's no way she could just accept this drow's behavior, and we've only known her for a day and have no loyalty to her.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sucks when this kind of thing happens, and then you're faced with a situation of, do I break my character's
alignment for your friend, not the character. Yeah.
Yeah. That's rough. It's a conversation that you also have to have like with like your like if you're a DM with your player of like bro, you gotta be a team player. You can't like just go off on your own side quests and like, you know, act
unless everyone's like down for it.
Act like the main character because it'll go against what everybody else is doing.
Yeah. I almost wonder if in this moment, if they could all like collectively go, wait, can we rewind this? Can we not have this play out this way? And like explain the situation from all sides and go, look, like our characters don't know you very well. We're afraid of like you running off and having to make a new character because we're not going to follow you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like it goes that way because there's more here. So I'm just wondering what people suggest we do. The situation seems unresolvable. There's no way our morally good party will want to travel with this character who murdered a stranger for no good reason. My suggestions are that the drow might have to go to prison, and my friend might need to make a new character to join our party, or that the DM and my friend work together to make a convincing backstory on why she murdered the man in the tavern. That could be interesting.
That could work.
It's like, yeah, you guys didn't know that, but that guy killed my family.
Yeah.
That could
so
work.
like I couldn't hold it in, sorry. Say he was very evil and she had information that we did not. Yeah, okay, cool. Because as it stands, it just makes absolutely no sense for us to forgive her behavior or choose to stick with her. We should be turning her over to the authorities.
Yeah.
That is definitely unfortunate, and it's one of those things that honestly, it's going to happen to somebody's. If you play D&D long enough, this is exactly going to be the case eventually.
Yeah.
If you're like truly in character and like you're not willing to forgive things, you're gonna run into that.
Yeah, I think early on in the game there does need to be like certain like withholding, like holding back a little bit on things like that though. Until you know that you have solidified yourself in this D&D group, in this party.
You can't think of them as your friends yet. Yeah,
for sure.
In terms
Yeah.
of solutions, though, that's a great one, other than the one that we suggested earlier of like just rewinding it.
Yeah.
So it's not unsalvageable.
No, it's definitely not. It's going to take some like understandably like rewinding and like world breaking and even perhaps just some retconning to some extent.
Yeah.
We have a top comment here, which by the way, even though this thing was only from 23 hours ago, this top comment has over 700 upvotes.
No.
So like this story is popping off right now. It goes on to say, did you guys do a session 0 where everyone went over their characters, defined how they saw them being played, and tried to construct solid reasons for this party to gel together? It's all a learning curve, honestly. That session 0 won't solve everything. Hell, you can run a great session 0 and still have this problem. But it does tend to help out. In this case, I would suggest one of 3 things. Alrighty, so this is by Medium Buffalo Wings. I should have said that at the beginning.
Medium buffalo.
Yeah, so Medium Buffalo Wings is about to slam some knowledge on us.
Okay.
Suggestion number 1.
Prepared.
Let's rate these out of 10.
Okay.
Suggestion number 1. New character. This is the easiest and best solution, as it sounds like this character just isn't a great fit for this party. The player should try to craft something that fits the party dynamic.
Okay.
I'll give that a 6.
Yeah, 6.
It's a mid suggestion.
It's a mid suggestion. Option 2. A do-over. DM basically rewinds the game to before the incident. Not elegant, but if everyone agrees, it can work.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a 6.5.
Yeah, I'll do 7.
A 7 is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that once you get far enough into the game after that point, you're going to forget it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's
very
so early in the game. Just redo it.
Yeah.
Option 3, the retcon. Like you suggested, events are altered to change perception. The victim is an established agent of evil, and the character has some proof that convinces the party that the party can have the plot hook where they try to prove the character's innocence.
Yeah.
I like that one the most.
Me too.
I do too. That's a 9 for me.
Yeah, same.
I think it's the least intrusive and the more plot driving cause.
I agree.
So, Medium Buffalo Wings, amazing suggestion.
Yes.
And it was so amazing that it caught the attention of OP, and they've replied to it.
Okay.
OP replies, no, we didn't do a session 0. All of us players are new to D&D, and our DM is pretty new too. Yeah, so session 0s are not actually a well thought out thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really do a session 0. I mean, I like maybe like in technicality, because it was just everybody meeting for the first time. But like I didn't like know to call it that or anything like
Yeah.
I see.
that.
That's what I like about joining so late into D&D world, because I got to learn what session 0 is like second time around.
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
And what we did for Avatar: The Last Airbender, like, yes, I only met with Elizabeth, but she was the one I had to be the closest to anyway, and that was so helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like doing my session 0s on Discord at this point.
Yeah.
Nothing against like in-person session 0s. I just find having everybody type out everything and having it there to reference is important. OP goes on to explain. That's one of the things I've personally been struggling with, is that these characters don't really have a good reason to be together. They're sort of just together because the people playing them know them, and that's the way it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And I think my friend, role-playing the drow, seriously didn't think her actions through. She just wanted her character to be cool and tough and scary.
Yeah.
And didn't realize it was a foolish and immoral thing to stab a stranger in front of a tavern full of people.
Because it's D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the disconnect.
Yeah. Again,
Also-
they're all new players.
They are.
Yeah.
Also, my friend playing the rogue is married to the DM. Okay. I'm a fan of all 3 of your suggestions because it makes no sense for our characters to continue with the drow, but I think the DM is going to try and pressure us to forgive the drow and continue our quest for the sake of the story. Retcon.
Yeah.
I think retcon.
Yeah.
You know, another way you can retcon it? The drow was dominated. Like,
True. Yeah.
to
Mind control.
yeah, mind control.
By your big bad leader.
By the big bad there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, those are some suggestions. And T and Austin, if you're watching this, that's a 4th one for you. Send that to your DM. And also feel free to jump into the Discord. It is the link right below all 3 of these amazing stories that we've covered here today.
Yes.
Be sure to check them all out because we have some really fresh ones here that I think would be very open to comments and constructive criticisms.
Yeah, sounds great.
Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Rolling with Reddit, and we will see you all in the next video.
Bye.
Bye for now.